Hello and welcome to SH Figuarts release. Today is Akibaranger. Super Sentai 1. This is from the first one. It's actually very reduced in Hong Kong. The box is pretty cool. It's all fully colored and stuff, and because it has that rainbow thing, and it also has this retro stuff with the stars and such going on the box. So the front looks pretty good. Because it says non-official on the front, because he's non-official Super Sentai. Logo. That's his name. So picture of the figure itself. SH Figuarts is the new standard figure series that incorporates the Bandai action figure art under the theme, pursuing character expression through humanoid action. So that's what it looks like on the bottom. It's Hong Kong release, so you got the Hong Kong sticker and such. On the side, another pose here. And because photos showing you that, oh, you can get the Super Sentai stuff first release, so they come with the Akibaranger accessories and you can use them. And note, we got the gun there and so on and so forth, and the box is slightly, oops. Well, so open it up, get the tray out, and there's a lot of stuff in here actually, little adverts. Because the backing card for this isn't just silver, it's silver with the Akibaranger logo, so that's pretty good and it makes it sort of unique. Again, you can see all of that on the Facebook album. So you got lots of adverts going on. You got this sheet right here, Akibaranger DVD Volume 1. I guess it's the soundtrack in May. You got the Akibaranger SH Figuarts and other merchandise. Merchandise. You have Bandai Collector's Shop, the SIC Deno G Deno, Meteor Bike, and some Double Chaser Tiger and Bunny maybe. So you got the RC code right there. Premium Bandai. And you also got the Tiger and Bunny leaflet right here with other merchandise on the back. If you want a closer look at all of these, I'll be taking photos and putting them all on the Facebook album so you can, look at them as much as you want. And of course you also have the instructions manual. Nothing too special about him, he's just got a few hand pegs really and a scarf. And of course, since it's a Hong Kong release, you have the questionnaire card, which I won't show you the code because, I'm gonna do it. So, back to one of these older releases where the tray is a bit annoying because it goes all the way down. So. Oh look, things are already flying all over the place. Oh crap. Everything falls out. So accessory wise, apart from the fist hands that's already on the figure, you got the flat palm hands. I guess these would be certain henshin hands, item holding, gun holding hand, and relaxed hands. You also got these two scarves, one's just straight, one's flickering in the wind, and the gun that he uses to transform. But for some reason, only this version. He doesn't come with the open gun mode, and that's just annoying. Painting detail wise, the gun's pretty decent. All the other hands are just black, so that's just what it is. The unofficial logo is printed nicely on there, and the scarves are pretty nicely detailed. So let's get down to articulation. Just to see if this guy can stand on its own. Kinda. So head articulation, you got the two joints on the neck. You would think that for Super Sentai that they have a lot of neck movement, but no, he's very limited because of his armor shape. You can see, look, it can't do too much. I mean, yeah, you can still do the joint, but very, very limited. He can look up, but like I said, just very limited. Torso, it's has way more allowance though. I mean, look at it. He's doing hula hoops. That's pretty decent. The belt is a separate piece to the waist. You got a ball thing going on with his arm up, down, left, right, and of course turning joint right there. Double arm, fist on a ball joint, so that's good. His shoulder pad's sort of limited a little bit, but his shoulder pad is made out of soft plastic, so not too much limitation. Legs are really open. He can do splits. so that's pretty good. It's got that weird ball joint that goes up and down though, so that's something. And full rotation, but the leg is so stiff that it's a bit annoying. Double knee foot on 2 ball joints, so that's that. Because you got the toe joint and the foot as well. No die cast feet. I am missing the die cast feet. What happened to all the die cast feet? So in terms of painting detail, molding the Akiba red is really good. I also really like the transparent plastic on his torso, and you can really see the silver sort of lining underneath. It's definitely silver and not white, because it's sort of a shiny reflection feel going on. In terms of molding detail, yes, like I said, it's good, but there are like a few sort of injection dots here and there on the figure, but it's sort of in the inside of the arm, so it's not too revealing. Even though without the die cast feet, he can stand really well because, well, he's got big feet. One issue I do have is the slight looseness of the waist and the feet. It's just, well, it's a bit too loose. I can still pose him quite effectively, but he can easily get pushed over and his leg would just go all the way open. In terms of accessories, this is a really, well, kind of sort of crappy. I mean, for God's sake, why is he missing the open gun? In terms of hands, he has all the ones that you need to pose and the item holding hands, so those are enough. But really, he's sort of only a step above Agito in terms of accessories. He's got the bare minimum, and yet not, you know, unlike Agito, it doesn't really insult you in the lack of accessories, but it just has just enough so you can't really complain, apart from that gun's missing. The way they released the first wave of Akibaranger as Figuarts is that they put all the accessories into the actual official Sentai releases. For example, sort of with the season 2 stuff, Zyuranger had the sort of the neck, and the sort of the other rangers had you know, that weapon right there. With season 1 of Akibaranger, all of those accessories are in the official Sentai releases, whereas in season 2, the Sentai release, so such with Zyuranger, you had the Powerful Ranger neck and stuff, but the actual weapons and the outrageous power is released with the Akibarangers. That way, if you just get Akibaranger, you got the weapons that they use, and you don't have to pick up the SH Figuarts of the official Sentai. I mean, yes, they do still come with the extra stuff, but he's not gonna come with Zyuranger's Powerful Ranger neck or belt because he doesn't need it. Whereas here, with such a lack of accessories, he really needs those outrageous weapons. And in that way, season 2 release is a lot better, because I don't want to pick up all the Sentai teams because I didn't watch all the Sentai teams. I picked up Zyuranger because I watched Zyuranger when I was a kid, and I also watched Mighty Morphin when I was a kid. Whereas here, I didn't really watch Die Ranger or Time Ranger or any other rangers that appeared in Akibaranger 1. I just sort of know them. So in that way, this sort of, it's irritating. I want those weapons, but I don't want the official Sentai teams. So that's a pain in the butt. So this is sort of a hard thing to think about. The figure itself is pretty nice looking, and it's a good representation what does in the show. Downside is the slight loose joints here and there. I don't know if that's the same for every figure, but for me it is. But the really big downside is the lack of accessories and the way they released all the different accessories, and of course the biggest sin of not having the gun in the open mode. And the thing about this is, in Hong Kong it's sort of heavily reduced, almost at half the price, and I can see why, because it almost feels like it's just half a release. Not as bad as Agito, but at least Agito has the different faces that it needs. This one's missing the open gun that it needs, and at least Agito has die-cast feet, and this guy doesn't. Also, if you didn't pick this up on the first round, you won't even have to display stage acts. You can sort of get them around, but they're pretty expensive for stage acts, so that sort of sucks. Hong Kong's in a big reduce right now, and all the sellers are also selling it for slightly cheaper on eBay, so if you really like Akibaranger, then by all means pick him up. But he's not really a figure that you can pick up just on its own. You really need to either pick up all the other Akibarangers or the Season 2 Akibarangers so you can have the open gun and such. And if you do like all the other Sentai teams that sort of cameoed in the Akibaranger show, then if you pick this guy up, you're gonna have to pick them up for the outrageous power modes. So Figuarts, chest and card below. Check our Facebook page for all the photos on this release, and of course, most importantly, take care and have a nice day. Bye.